day, the 29-year-old Jeanette Venske is an interior architect. At night, she slips into her leggings and straps on her gear to become Sugarfists, one of TeamZA's roller derby players.
I wanted something sweet but also like feisty, and then I just ended up getting like this random mix, and I was like, Sugarfists. Okay, cool, I can work with that.
Roller derby is a full contact sport played by women on quad roller skates. This year marks the first time that South Africa has a national team going to the World Cup, held in Dallas, Texas. TeamZA will be competing against teams from around the world, including Germany, Japan, and of course the United States. Melinda Lortz, chairwoman of Roller Derby SA, explains how she would describe the sport to most.
I'd show them a YouTube video. It sounds, the explanation sounds very simple in comparison to what it really is. So basically it's a full contact sport played by women on quad roller skates. Two teams line up. One is a jammer, the other four skaters are the blockers, and the object of the game is for the jammer to pass the opposing team's blockers within the bounds of the track, and for each opposing skater she passes, she scores a point. That's the very simplified version of it.
Jeanette said she heard the sport through the grapevine.
I ended up talking to someone who's like, oh no, there's a kind of people that's actually doing roller derby. And then, but that we thought it already started or something. And then when we got there for the first day, that they had the intake, we're like, okay, so this is what we need to do. And we're like, nobody had skates, nobody knew how to skate. It was in the beginning of 2011 I started, but Melinda started with it in 2010.
When Melinda first saw Jeanette, she thought she wasn't tough enough.
Skinny, Bambi, little Afrikaans poppy girl. I wasn't sure if she was going to be able to do this, but yeah, she persevered, she had the heart for it.
Jeanette remembers the first game in SA between the Raging Warmones and the Thundering Hellcats.
We had to skate out and you're like, oh, damn it, and it was very scary. I mean, like everybody wanted to throw up from, stressing. It was like the first game ever in South Africa, so it was quite like, feeling really awesome, saying yes, we've done it, even though it might have been a little bit, not level-wise up here, but it was fun.
Since that first game 3 years ago, the sport has grown and new teams sprouted across the country. It's the dedication of players like Jeanette that make it happen. She has roller derby duties almost every day, and a typical day goes as follows.
Well, I'll wake up, I try to go to gym in the morning, so I'll go to gym, I'll come back, then I'm usually busy with my work. I have to do working drawings and renderings and stuff like that. Then let's say around 5 o'clock, if I take like on a Tuesday if it's league practice, then sometimes I will help coach.
On practice nights, she often only gets home just before 11.
Coaching, the training starts from 7 and then we train onwards, and then depending, like I said, if I'm coaching, the practice will go until 9. If I'm training, then the practice will go until 10 for league practice. And then you get home around 10:30. Usually sometimes you end up talking a little bit while taking off your gear, so you might have in like 11:15 you'll get home, and then I eat my dinner that time of evening. So sometimes if I don't have a quick meal, I end up making something big, so I'll eat maybe 11:45, 12 o'clock, I'll eat my dinner, and then I go to bed with a full tummy. Yeah.
Besides keeping her busy, roller derby also takes a big bite out of her budget.
I can show you, because like the front part is basically, I need to tape it. Like the Velcro that you put over your laces to keep your laces from like flinging around, that is already worn out. From like how you stop or fall or anything that happens in derby, everything wears out. I can show you my wrist guards. It basically consists out of a plastic piece and just tape. I literally have to tape my wrists at every practice because otherwise it falls off my hand. And it costs money, and not everyone can just throw money. So it's like you have to save up. So roller derby do work out a little bit expensive, but it's every penny is worth it.
Off the track, Jeanette still manages to find time for her husband of nearly 2 years.
It was in the beginning when we started dating and she was doing the whole road and everything. It annoyed me because I never saw her, we never had time together, and I got involved.
But what about having a family one day?
Yeah, it's like, I know I will one day have kids, I know. And I know also with my age, you know, it will get to the point where I'll need to start thinking about children. If my husband had a choice, he will let me have babies right now. Like, if he can ever say, it's like, okay, now.
I'm pushing to have, because I want to have kids, but she says no because roller derby comes first, and as soon as there's a baby, there's no roller derby until after the baby. So it's definitely not happening with this year with the World Cup and everything coming in.
But with roller derby, it's like I don't know where it can fit in, because like next year we have so many things that planned for roller derby. It's like I don't see a 9-month injury gap for roller derby at the moment, if I can put it that way. So yeah, so I assume it will have to be a flipsy.
Apart from not having the time to start a family, the Venskes don't have the budget either. Most of their money is saved up for roller derby since they don't get paid for their athleticism and struggle with sponsors. The players were especially looking for funding for the World Cup.
It is very difficult. I mean, it's like nobody has ever played against us. Now we're just like, yay, South Africa is coming, give us money, give us stuff. So I mean, people was also like, just not going to throw it in our faces. Everybody knew that there might be a chance that we have to put in money. We weren't just sure how much we had to put in. At the moment we're putting a lot in, but I mean, in order to get the sport to grow, you need to invest in it.
Jeanette believes most people may have the wrong image of roller derby, and that has deterred some sponsors.
We are trying to get sponsorships and stuff, and when you approach someone and tell them about the sport, they're sort of like, girls hitting each other, you know, they think, you know, we're just there for entertainment. But, you know, so it sort of feels like you're getting judged by, you know, because, you know, not like now we might dress a little bit more entertaining though, to get more audience, to create more awareness. But if you watch any team overseas, they're all dressed athletic.
There's a bad stigma attached to it. The people that get to know it get to love it, but I think the original stigma of alternative lesbianism, rockers kind of thing, it was where it started and it had a place back then, but it has evolved beyond and above that. And it's a place for people from all aspects of life to get together. I've been working with them for close to 3 years now, and I've seen the growth of these girls coming from not even being able to stand up on skates to going to the United States in December to go play in the World Cup.
After all her hard work, Jeanette feels excited and nervous about the opportunity to represent her country in an international competition.
I don't know what to expect. I mean, you can watch games online and then you're like, okay, so I need to prepare for this. But then it's different from watching and actually playing it. So it's, like I say, you know, if you watch it, you want to play it. So it's, I'm really excited, you know, to be able to be the first team to actually go from South Africa and participate our continent, the only team on our continent to go and represent South Africa. It's truly an amazing feeling. At the moment, it feels a little bit surreal. I don't feel like it's sort of happening yet. Even though it's like in 4 weeks' time, we have to leave. It's still like, it still doesn't want to sink in though.
Jeanette does not plan to hang up her skates soon.
I'm planning to do it till my limbs can't do it anymore. It's difficult to explain it, the amount of satisfaction it gives you when you skate. The first time you put that skate on, it's solved. It isn't as difficult as it looks, but it's like, it's just, I I need to get a word. Maybe I need to make up a word for this, but I need to express something of explaining how overwhelming and awesome this sport is. Yeah.
Making the dreams of the